Hey guys, Deeper here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be doing another Total War Warhammer 3 video. So usually the way I do these videos is I play through a campaign. I prefer the more challenging campaigns, and then I'll bring out a guide on what's the best way to tackle the campaign, obviously on very hard and legendary difficulty. So if you see here, for example, we're playing on legendary and very hard difficulty. Now let's talk about Nurgle. First I'll discuss the campaign, how it went, and then I'll be presenting a 20 turn guide or 25 turn guide just to get you up and running, because the thing with Nurgle is you have this steep difficulty bump in the beginning, and then after that you should be just very careful and the campaign should go fine without any hitches. So what are the pros and the cons? The pros is that you have some really strong armies, so your heroes and your lords are top tier, perhaps the strongest. Bad thing is the economy is crap, the campaign is slow, your enemies are many, and the learning curve of this campaign is very steep. It's very reminiscent of Total War Warhammer 2. Why is it reminiscent of Total War Warhammer 2? Because you'll be running super armies instead of running a lot of crap sacks. With the exception of Nurgle, if you look at my other armies, so here I have heroes who are more than capable on their own wiping out any army. Solo lord there, solo lord there, lord with a few heroes there. If you check my other videos, this guy just wiped Lockyer with a stack of shades, level 30 Lockyer, and this guy was like level 21 at the time. So very, very strong, perhaps bar none. Strongest lords and heroes, but because your economy is so crap, you're not able to run many armies. But the armies that you do have are very, very strong. Like this army here, once I level it up, I don't even need to make it a full stack. It'll be unbeatable. It'll smack anything. So casters are strong. Melee also very strong. Just a very strong faction in that regard, but very weak economically. Mechanics not the greatest. I've only been using one plague here, and this one here, which gives you 20% physical resistance, extra plague duration, and chance of spreading a plague. So I haven't really touched anything else aside from that, and I've managed to just smack anything and everything that came my way. Melee factions such as Chaos, you'll actually absolutely walk all over them. Range faction like Cathay, it's not ideal, but that's where you run your hero stacks. So for Cathay, I use this guy, and this guy here. So them three worked in tandem and wiped out of Cathay. That's a fairly new army here that I'll use to conquer the rest of Cathay. So for ranged armies, you're going to use your hero stacks and your lord stacks. For everything else, you just run normal army and you'll be fine, because what you're aiming to do is turning everything in battle of attrition, and this is what I mean by battle of attrition. This is a perfect illustration of how slow the gameplay is, but you are very strong. So here I'm getting attacked by Krogar, 2.5 stacks, some dangerous units in there, some magic, but little do they know, they're gonna get absolutely clapped. So the playstyle is very similar to that of Vampire Counts, very similar in the fact that you'll be dodging arrows, corner camping where you can, taking out the ranged units with magic as soon as you can, and turning it into a battle of attrition. If you come across any melee faction, or you get across a faction that does not have much range, you'll absolutely walk all over them. Like, it's a very strong faction there, especially if you have a few mortis engines going and like really strong casters. No one's going to challenge you. But once again, as I said, the downside of this is the fact that you cannot field many armies. So once again, reminiscent of Total War 2, you'll be fielding many super armies as opposed to having many normal armies. So check it out. Alrighty, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of the campaign here. First couple of turns are fairly straightforward. The theme here, and you hear me say this a lot, is to save money. So you want to recruit 2 human lords. They're cheaper, in my opinion they're better. I mean, matter of preference at the end of the day, but they are cheaper. And you want to march your main army and your second lord there, and then turn 3 you're going to recruit another lord, and then use them in tandem to attack the next settlement. I like the human lords. You get the horse mount, they're very fast, very agile, very good casters. So, and eventually you can also turn them into demon prince, and you still get a mortis engine without being fat and sloppy and slow, right? So you can fly around and do things. So that's turn 3 there. We're going to get some Nurglings, but not too many, because money is going to be very, very tight. From here on, we're going to push and retake our last settlement. Once again, the odds may seem like against you, but this is not a very strong opponent to get rid of. You just got to push him right away from the start and not give him an opportunity to regroup. One thing to note here is you have to fight all of these manually. If you auto-resolve it, you'll take a lot of damage, and that's just not going to do you any favors when you come across Helmengorst. So Helmengorst does not have a Mortis engine, so dealing with him is not as difficult. So you want to maintain your plague drones. Plague drones are good for assassinating single targets, and given that Greases will be your next enemy, you want to save your plague drone so you can take out his caster. Otherwise, he's going to annihilate your blobs. So essentially what we're doing here is fighting Ghost, corner camping, and then just doing the, what is it called? The Blight Stream, or Stream Blight, whatever it's called, right? That ability to get very, very cheap Wind of Death, but has a lot of armor pen. It's a really, really good ability. So, and when you have like 3 lords plus a hero in there, you'll be able to spam it 4 times consistently. So first things first, you got to get rid of Helmengorst. He is your first enemy that you got to fight. As I said, he's not much of a threat, but he is annoying if you don't deal with him straight away. So as you can see here, I'm pushing straight for his main settlement, and then I'll systematically eliminate him 1 settlement at a time. Once you get that initial fight done with Helmengorst, Helmengorst, the rest of the encounters are easy. His army are pretty much very, very small there. You'll see there I have 2 lords on force march, and I'm gonna get ambushed by that army there that's amassing, and he's gonna get clapped. The one thing to note with Nurgle is auto resolve is never gonna be kind to you, which is why you want to avoid auto resolving. As I said, it is a slow burner, it is a slow campaign, but it's very rewarding. I've not enjoyed this much of a campaign since Kislev, and Kislev is pedal to the metal, right? And this can be too. The only problem with this is you cannot spam many armies. You're stuck with 1 army for a while. But once you deal with Helmengorst, you're opening yourself out for like another World of Hurt. So what you'll find here now, we've gotten rid of Ghost, and right away you take 1 step away, and then Greases declares war on you. So I rushed the Mortis engine with Kugarth. I don't need a cast, I already have 1 hero to cast spells. Therefore, I felt important that Kugarth goes for the Mortis engine. I use him to tank pretty much everything. He can be very, very tanky. The only problem I had was when I was fighting the dwarves, their archers could do some serious damage. But aside from that, like really, Kugarth is an absolute monster. Like, he is so damn powerful, and he'll be getting involved in the melee anyway. So you want him to have that Mortis engine. As far as for your other caster, he's just there to fly on his drone and delay the infantry while Kugarth bombards them, right? Now note one thing, it is imperative that you get rid of Grease's Goldtooth before you go down to Cathay. You don't have to worry about your left hand side. Drazart the Ashen is there, and Imrik pretty much just doesn't bother you. Even though you encounter him, like in my campaign, for example, Imrik just chilled there, and he was like level 11 the whole time. And by then, Kugarth was so like leveled up that these archers was barely doing any damage to me. Okay, so once Greases is under control, you'll see Grimgor is going to start pushing from the other side as well. So you may want to, if you have an excess settlement there, you may want to give it to Grimgor and strike up that friendship as fast as you can, because you don't want to worry about Grimgor. So usually he's like inclined towards being friends with you, but if he declares war on you, then you have to fight on multiple fronts, and you just don't have that capability at the start, because Cathay will declare war on you. In my campaign, I was proactive and I declared war on them first, but they will definitely declare war on you. They're very, very aggressive. I think everyone just dislikes Chaos factions, so that's that there. Which is why I said, if you can declare war on Grimgor, if you can be friends with Grimgor, much better. In terms of like fighting Grimgor, it wouldn't be too difficult. Like, I feel like Nurgle has more than enough to deal with any Orc faction, because they mainly stack like either crappy archers or just melee units, and when it turns into battle of attrition, they got no chance. You'll clap them, and Kugath can go toe to toe with Grimgor, and no problems there. And not many lords can say that. Also, you want to be prioritizing the hero buildings before you prioritize anything else. So you'll see for Cathay, I've pushed with 3 lords and 3 heroes, and there was not an army that could fill against me that could do anything. Like even Zhao Ming, I absolutely clapped him on multiple occasions. Those Nurgle heroes are insanely powerful. They will stand their ground against anyone. Whether it's Loki, Felhart, any duelist, they will stand their ground. They're that good. I couldn't believe how good they were. So once you get into Cathay, it's just a matter of conquering the right territory so you don't open yourself up to any other flanks, and hoping that the other factions don't declare war on you. As I said, crap economy, you cannot run many armies, therefore you're not in a very good defensible position. So here you'll see 2 stack, and I'm damaged as well. Very easy. Just crazy strong. So for the Cathay, you don't want to be bringing Kugath there because he's going to get shot to crap. You want to be running your heroes and your lords. And then once you get enough territory, you get more money, you get more upkeep, then you can field more armies. Also, I recommend confederating the Nurgle faction in the Chaos Space and then marching down on Kolak Sanita, because that guy will eat Kolak Sanita for breakfast. Like, I was running him and 2 heroes, and the rest was just Nurglings, and I just rolled over Kolak, and Kolak was like 10 or 20 levels higher than me. So when it comes to battle of attrition, there's no one equal to you. As long as they don't have any missile units or magic to hurt your blobs, you actually fly through this campaign. As I said, it is challenging, it is slow, it's a slow burner, but it's a very rewarding campaign if you can stick with it. I really enjoyed it. I think this is one of the last campaigns I ever got to finish because I'm more of an aggressive player. I like to field many armies. I like to push NPCs straight away, and with Nurgle you can't do that. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below how you play Nurgle. I just feel like the hero / lord stacks are the way to go, given that you cannot field many armies, so super armies are the only way to go. Anyways, Team Pay out.